Mr. Kejriwal has repeatedly reached out to Rahul Gandhi, including on public forums like Twitter. Has the party heard back from Mr. Gandhi privately, even though we have not seen anything said in public?
Barkha, first, it's always a pleasure to talk to you on this show. Actually, we haven't heard anything from Congress so far, and that is something that befuddles us and beats any kind of a logic. At the last Patna meeting, Congress did not obviously reveal its cards, but it did mention that once we get 10-15 days closer to the beginning of the monsoon session, we will reveal our position on this matter. We know the monsoon session is going to start on 20th of July. 15 days would have been 5th of July, but we still haven't heard from the Congress on this matter. And, at a time when the entire plank of opposition unity is that the constitution is under threat, which it absolutely is. The way in which ED, CBI, governors, lieutenant governors the offices has been abused to restrict the powers of elected government. All opposition parties are under threat. So it cannot be that when an Aam Aadmi Party ruled government is under threat, the other opposition parties will not rally there. Tomorrow, if a Kerala or a Tamil Nadu government is under threat, we are the first one to say that this is wrong. And that is the reason, when all 14 out of the 15 opposition parties have come together and in one voice said that this is a black ordinance, it's the death of democracy and a representative government in Delhi, it beats any kind of a reason and logic that Congress has not yet cleared its stance.
Now, of course, the Congress would make two arguments. One, the Congress would possibly argue that it is in direct competition with the Aam Aadmi Party, not just in Delhi, but in several other states. The second argument that it might make is that in previous occasions, when it comes to, for example, Rahul Gandhi's questioning by the Enforcement Directorate, the Aam Aadmi Party didn't exactly jump to the support of the Congress either. The Aam Aadmi Party has said all kinds of things about Rahul Gandhi. Why should Arvind Kejriwal suddenly look for a cup of chai with Rahul Gandhi? What would you say to that?
So let me first correct that every time and the powers or any Congress leaders have been attacked by the BJP government unfairly, Aam Aadmi Party is always voiced in the support of them. The most recent example, Barkha, you're aware, when Mr. Rahul Gandhi his membership to the parliament was cancelled, it was Arvind Kejriwal who first voiced out saying that this is absolutely wrong. This is not how any opposition leader should be treated. Similarly, when in the past Mrs. Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi were called by the ED, we actually did mention that it is nothing but an abuse of power under ED and CBI. This is part of a larger plot where not just Mr. and Mrs. Gandhi, but all other top opposition leaders are being harassed through ED and CBI. So it's wrong to say that we have not voiced support. Number two, you know, for Congress to say that we will support only those opposition parties as long as they do not cut our vote share, I don't think that's the argument they would like to. If they are making that, they should say that that's the reason why we are not supporting. Because we thought this entire idea of opposition unity is to save the country. It's to save the constitution. The rationale to this cannot be that wherever we are in a direct fight with Aam Aadmi Party, the constitution takes a backseat. I don't think the Congress has said that, but if it does that, then it will be very unfortunate.
Let me ask you this. There are two other examples that are given by not just Congress. I've seen some of the other opposition leaders make the statement as well. One is the Aam Aadmi Party's support for the abrogation, the changes to Article 370. That some of these parties argue was also seen as a body blow to federalism, and they say the Aam Aadmi Party was very quick at that time to support the centre. The AAP has also recently broken ranks with the opposition on the Uniform Civil Code. These are two instances that are cited by some of the opposition parties to say the AAP isn't exactly synchronizing its strategy with the other opposition parties. Where was this concern for federalism when a decision was taken, for example, on Jammu and Kashmir? What would you say to that?
Again, I think this is unfair criticism, Barkha, because on the matter of Article 370, we had very clearly supported for the abrogation of Article 370, which did not have anything to do with federalism. But we did oppose the delegation, or rather, I would say, the devolvement of Jammu and Kashmir from a full state to a union territory. We are on record saying that this is wrong. At the end of the day, the rights of Jammu and Kashmir people are the same as the rights of any other state of India. The idea of abrogating Article 370 is to bring Jammu and Kashmir at par with the other states of India. It should not be treated separately. So that as a principle we supported. But if you are going to restrict the powers of any particular part of India, Aam Aadmi Party never has and never will stand in support of that. We are the first to say today that even Puducherry, even Pondicherry Lieutenant Governor is overruling the elected government, which is wrong. Once you have represented government, once you have elected a chief minister, you ought to give them powers. The second example you mentioned was on UCC. Now, on UCC, Barkha, first of all, I do not think there is anything kind of an opposition perspective on UCC. Forget that. There is not even a government perspective on UCC. There is no draft of UCC that has been floated. What did we say? We say that, yes, Article 14 under the Constitution very clearly says that UCC is a desirable idea. We also believe that there is some merit in the fact that on questions like gender parity and justice, people across religions should have equal access to justice. But any further conversation on UCC can only happen once there is a comprehensive draft on the table and once each and every community, each and every section of the society has been consulted with. If that hasn't happened, sorry, we are not going to support the government on UCC. But the beginning of a conversation is always welcome. Why are we running away from any kind of a dialogue on UCC? So that's the point we have. That's the stance we have taken.
So I will tell you, at least among our audience, a greater number of people polled seem to believe that the Congress must support the Aam Aadmi Party. We put this question to our nearly 1 million subscribers and many more who watch, and we'll bring that slide up on the screen in just a moment. Should the Congress back the AAP on the centre's ordinance? And 69% said yes. This could also be linked to a larger perception of opposition unity. We did ask whether the united opposition has some chance, some skin in the game to defeat or take on the Prime Minister 2024. This is more closely sort of contested, but 57% to 43% believe that united opposition does have a chance. But it's the first slide, if you just go back to that, that I'm more interested in. 69% people do believe that the Congress and the AAP should come together on this issue. So I just thought I'd share that. My question is, there's going to be another meeting in a few days of the opposition. After Patna, the Aam Aadmi Party issued a statement saying the Congress first has to clarify its position on this ordinance. Are you saying if the Congress fails to do this, the Aam Aadmi Party will no longer be part of this general attempt to build an opposition unity?
Barkha, we are very clear in terms of the principled stance that Aam Aadmi Party has taken. We completely agree with the idea behind opposition unity because the idea is based on a fact, which is that constitution is being trampled every single day. Every single day, the lieutenant governor of Delhi or the governor of Tamil Nadu or maybe some other governor in a Congress ruled state is trampling on the constitution, is restricting the powers of elected government. Tomorrow, if a precedent rule will be imposed in Chhattisgarh, we are going to be the first ones to come out and support Congress. But through this Delhi ordinance, de facto precedent's rule has been imposed upon the people of Delhi. And that is why our point is that if on a black and white matter like this, if the entire opposition cannot come together, then what are we really fighting for? The interesting thing is that out of 15 opposition parties that met in Patna, 14 are completely without any ifs and buts saying that absolutely we stand with you. This is unconstitutional and this is an illegal order. Congress also said, give us some time. So I think the right question should not be asked to Aap Barkha. We have said that let Congress take its time. But we would like to hear from you on a matter as black and white and which is, it's a death note to democracy in Delhi. And then we will discuss the further question of Aam Aadmi Party. We have neither said no or yes, but we would now like Congress to make its stance clear.
In case the Congress does not take a position one way or the other before the Bangalore opposition meet, will the Aam Aadmi Party attend that meet?
We have not taken a decision, as I said, Barkha, either to attend the meeting or not. We were told very clearly in the Patna meeting that Congress needs some time. It needs to consult with its state units, and definitely 10 to 15 days before the monsoon session of the parliament starts, Congress will take a decision. So I think we are approaching towards that. We hope Congress makes its stance clear, after which Aam Aadmi Party will decide whether to join the meeting or not.
Now, let's for a moment imagine that the Congress does does come along with you. What are you hoping for to happen on the floor of the House, right? This is something that either the court will intervene or this will be have to be fought at a legislative level. And when we look at the numbers, and we'll just have the numbers, and we look at the numbers, let's say even if the Congress decides to abstain from a vote, actually the battle is over for you, right? What the center wants to do actually gets the ratification that it needs.